Good afternoon. This is Lance Dixon with Curriculum Training System. We'd like to welcome you back as we share a little bit more information on foundational principles of learning. Now, last week, we spoke to you about one of the most important and powerful aspects of communication, and that is the question. We talked about the primary purpose of a question, generally to gather information, but we also talked about some of the aspects of how it can be utilized to do much more than just that. Now, this week, we're going to go a little bit further in depth, and we're going to talk about different type of questions and why they're used. And the first type of question we want to talk about is the factual question. A factual question is designed to ask for specific information. Who was the first president of the United States? That is a specific factual question looking for a specific factual answer. Another type of question is the thought-provoking question. Now, this question is designed to stimulate thought, make people ponder about the question. Not a quick answer, not a factual answer. It might even be an ambiguous answer. But the whole idea behind this question is that it's going to stimulate thought. It's going to allow the person who listening to the question, who receives the question, who's supposed to answer the question, to really dig down into the depths of their mind and think about what the answer will be prior to providing it. Next question is an interest arousing question. Now, this question is designed to bring attention and thought about the subject that you're about to present. It's kind of guiding you towards the beginning of a topic. Let me see if I can give you an example. Let's say I'm teaching biology, and my interest arousing question is, how is this subject going to help you in your efforts to become a doctor? How is the information going to help you? Now, it could be a variety of different answers to answer that question, but it's going to generate a little bit of interest as to, okay, what is this? Why am I taking this subject? Can it help me? Will the information help me achieve my MD degree? Interest arousing. Another type of question is called a multiple answer question. Now, this question is a question that has numerous answers. It can have more than one answer. This type of question can also stimulate and generate debate, because you may think it's one, someone else may believe it's another, when actually both answers may be correct. So if you want to generate a debate, a healthy debate where thoughts are provided, a multiple answer question can be utilized. Yes and no questions. This type of question has a yes or a no answer. Now, one way that people can use a yes or no question is if they're in an interview and they don't want a long, drawn-out answer. They want specific information. So they ask a yes or no, or a single or simple answer question. The answer is guided. It gives you the information that you need, and that's it. You don't need a life history. You don't need any long, drawn-out answer. Just a simple yes or no. Now, there's a leading question. A leading question kind of suggests the answer, kind of leads you to the right answer. let's say, and this is kind of an ambiguous question, but you wouldn't throw a lit match into a gasoline tank, would you? Or would you throw a lit match into a gasoline tank? Now, the obvious answer is absolutely not. But the question leads you to the answer. Now, that was very, very ambiguous. There can be much better leading questions. When you're asking this question or when you're generating this type of question, take some thought, because the idea is you want to guide that person to what the answer will be. And the last type of question that we're going to talk about is a canvassing question. And this is a question asked to determine who's familiar with a certain subject matter. This question is usually asked in a group setting. So you have a group of, let's say you have a group of, oh wow, I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, this is far-fetched, but you have a group of astronauts. And the question you ask is, okay, out of all you students, how many of you have a well-founded knowledge in physics? Now, you would hope that everyone would say yes, because you ask a canvassing question with the expectation that everyone would say yes. But the benefit to this question, that if you did have a few who said no, then you would have an understanding that, hey, those people should not be in this course with the rest of these astronauts. Well, we talked about different type of questions, and there's more questions and a lot more to be involved with this subject matter, and we'll cover the more in-depth aspects to the power of the question at a later time. But for this week, that's all we have. If anything we said was helpful in any way, please share this video with others that may gain from some of the information provided. At the bottom of this page, you'll find links to our website, as well as certain services that we provide and certain products that we offer. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.